All right, out for a solo ride on a Saturday morning. Trying to get some miles in. Been traveling the last couple weeks, got back on Sunday, so a week from tomorrow is that I've been back. Did some riding while I was traveling, so I got to ride a 2018 TE300, and mine's a 2019 TE300i, and I felt quite a difference going from that 2018 to mine. And the 2018's got low hours, got a jetting kit, it's a really good bike. But this bike I've had since I purchased it in October, got it in December, and started building it immediately. And then now it's July, so middle of July. So anyway, I wanted to do kind of a video of what all I've done to this bike and what it had before I got it. So it was all white plastics, original plastics. When I bought it, they were all beat up. It didn't have any of the good protection guards, so even came with the stock skid plate, which kind of sucked. So the bottom of the frame's got a little bit of abuse on it. That FMF pipe it came with, but it was all hammered, and so you can see it's got some dents in it. It had worse, and then they were deep scratches, and I kind of buffed them out, made it look cool. So anyway, I'll go through the bike front to back and talk through it. Hopefully this is not a 20-minute video, hopefully it's much shorter. But so recently I put on a Dirt Tricks front brake rotor, did the tusk pads on that. I redid the wheel bearings recently. He had Creft suspension. He took the components out and left me with the stock stuff, so I swapped that decal back to stock, made it look nice. I put let's see, I think it came with tubeless front and back, so that was nice. I put tubeless in other bikes. All my plastics and decals are new since I've had it, so they're a little worn out. Got some wind competing for my sound, but so yeah, I got to customize that. That was sweet. I just smashed my stock headlight recently, so I put the Cherubies one on. I had the yellow underbody. This is actually for a 2020 and up, but they fit the 2019, 18, and 17 bikes, and the lights are plug and play, so if anyone was curious. These hand guards are relatively new. The ones I had on it, I'd punched holes in them with these levers. The levers are cut, which is how I like them. I did the Cycra bar ends, and then ODI Rogue grips, just to save me some money on the full wrap hand guards. I just actually punched my pinky. I don't know if you can even tell, but punched a tree pretty hard climbing a hill. So yeah, that's that. I put these STR bleeders on. That's a Slavens Racing. He sells those. They're supposed to be really nice, but I actually don't use them because when I do use them, my fork drops a ton, and I'm trying to keep that fork as stiff as I can. Another thing on this front wheel, I put this Cherubies disc guard on. Keep the mud out is the main reason. I just replaced that front brake and I was sick of cleaning it out, so ended up getting one of those. I run the Motorex oil in here. My light here was broken and staying on when I got it. I replaced the light and it still stayed on. Just kept running the good oil and it went off. So I think the float down in here was stuck. So that's resolved. I run the high temp engine ice stuff. I put this Tusk fan on. They work great. Saved me like $100 compared to Enduro Engineering, or who makes that one? I can't remember. Anyway, I busted this thing off, so I put an Enduro Engineering one on. It's bent already, but it's tough. Grab your boot good. Changed this to black because he had a blue one on. I put these Polysport guards on both sides of the case. This is the Tusk Quiet Glide skid plate. And I put some foam in here to try to keep mud out. It does an okay job, but it's just annoying having mud anyway. So skid plate's way better than stock. Pipe came on it. See, I haven't changed the decal on that Creft one. That's just a stock shock. I put those guards on with decals, did the Tusk disc guard. I just put these brakes on because my rear ones were totally worn out as well, so it's all Tusk. It's a Tusk rotor and Tusk pads. Repacked the silencer, buffed it out like I said, put a new decal on it. The old one was just totally shredded. Black and white seat cover. I like the black and white look. So this is just Attack Graphics. It's Rocky Mountains brand. Super cheap, super grippy. Had it on other bikes too, so like that. What else? I always use these. Every time I get on the bike, I put my kickstand in the bungee. Keeps it nice. I've done rear wheel bearings on this. The linkage, I'll show you. So the previous owner had a bulletproof design linkage guard on here, and it totally destroyed the link because this bolt came out, and so it eroded. It had just worn out the pull rod. So replaced the pull rod and link. These are actually from like a different year of a KTM, so the egg rows are different, but they're pretty close, so I didn't bother to mess with it too much, and it fit. So all new bearings in there. I totally cleaned them, made them nice, and haven't had problems with it. Of course, I bled all my brakes, I've bled the clutch. I really like the Magura components on this year. Okay, I put the idle screw in here, you can see it there. So that's kind of really helped it run better, being able to adjust the idle on the TPI bike. Of course, Tusk covers here. This Enduro Engineering guard for your clutch is actually a lifesaver because the stock one collects mud like crazy. So I did a race in March, and I put this on before the race because I knew it was going to be muddy, and it performed really well. So when I bought it though, it had just had a top end, new chain, new sprocket. So it's kind of the only new things on there when I bought it. So yeah, I can't think of anything else. Really like a lot of these good components. I ride twice a week most of the time. It's my second ride this week since being back. And yeah, love these bikes. Had a older 2013 KTM before this, and this thing screams compared to the 2018 Husky I was on last week. So yep, gotta love it. I can't think of anything else. Last year the kickstart, so I love that. But yeah, pretty fun bike. Oh, I have a brace right there on the where the head pipe comes out of the head. Pretty dirty, but that brace, I think that component actually, the exhaust component, is cracked on the cylinder head, but it's really minor. So previous owner put that brace on there, and I'm not worried about it until it becomes a real problem. So anyway, super awesome bike. You got to warm it up before it'll start screaming, but once it starts screaming, it runs really well. So anyway, I'm on mile, I think 10 or something out here this morning. Yeah, 9.6. Got a ways to go, but wanted to kind of video my bike. So beautiful machine.